So I just watched a Story of Kingdom Hearts series, Rechain of Memories, by Arcane Reviews. Shoutouts to him. So what I got out of it is very much you arrive at this castle, Oblivion Castle, get introduced to the Shadow Dude, and from there you get introduced to Axel, who's like very much, I kind of like trolling a little bit. And the reason why the Shadow Dude gives you cards is because those are your memories, but at the same time, you're getting manipulated from your memories by another girl that's locked inside the castle, manipulating Sora into being like, hey, what's going on? Where am I? Axel is the one protecting her as well and trying to say, hey, look, if you go meet Sora, things will be okay, so on and so forth. So acting like a double agent. There's this organization with different members and stuff, but the girl is also being held captive by this pink haired dude with like a scythe who is a part of the organization, aka the Black Trenchcoats. And so Sora and his friends venture forth inside the castle, defeating each of the members. And from here, we get introduced to the lady. She's like, hey, look, so either you can forget everything that just happened here, or you can forget about your old memories. Sora kind of just forgetting about the castle, but promising to find the lady and say, hey, we're going to be best friends. We're going to be cool with each other. And then from there, we get into this magical pod, forget about everything that happened inside the castle. Then we move on to Riku's story. So Riku wakes up in this abyss, gets talking to by Ansem. He goes inside this castle, Oblivion, and from there, he's trying to quell the darkness inside him because if he exerts too much darkness, Ansem can come back, control his body. And from here, it kind of gives the same story beats as like Birth by Sleep, only because Riku fights another dude like with a shield and blonde, long hair with green eyes. Looks like the Green Goblin, darn near. And from there, he's like, hey man, I need as much information on you so I can help my buddy fight your friend. And so from here, he also fights another dude, part of the organization, some big buff dude with like a weird looking sword. Again, thank you once again to Arcane Reviews for this, because like I said, I was not going to play Rechain of Memories. But Riku falling into the darkness almost gets absorbed by Ansem and their body merges. But King Mickey steps in, it's like, can't allow that. Now with my mouse tool and just blast him. And then Riku fights another person, part of the organization, which is like bluish, grayish hair this time. But he almost gets drowned in the light. But Naminé steps in, kind of disguised as Kairi, and then helps him get away from that. But after he defeats that dude with the grayish, bluish hair, he gets sent to the Twilight Zone, which is very much like, hey, you can either choose darkness or you can choose light. You can't choose either. So you got to decide which one you want to go. But Riku's duplicate pops up out of nowhere. It's like, hey man, there can only be one, so let's duke it out. Riku defeats his duplicate, and then he gets like, he very sentimental, being like, man, what happens if I don't have a heart? What happens to me? And then just disappears. From then on, we go back to the Castle Oblivion, and from there we summon back this dude named Diz. Diz helps us summon Ansem, and from there Riku defeats him, and Mickey pops up as well, being like, hey man, let's see how we can utilize this light and darkness power like a true Anakin Skywalker. Also, I noticed he's using the sword with an eyeball, so I wonder if that plays into anything later on in the games. So pretty cool. That's pretty much it.